hello. How's it going, people? Welcome to the stream. Welcome. Thursday, the 27th of November. We are live. We are here. We're gonna talk about the Arsenal Masterclass. Arsenal have finally got over the hump that is Bayern Munich. I'm not gonna lie. On top of all that, Arteta was incredible yesterday. Arteta got it spot on. Arteta pulled a masterclass at the end of the day. Mikel Arteta yesterday pulled a masterclass. And props to him, props to the squad, and it was a nice watch. Kind of, you can say it was tale of two halves, I'm not gonna lie, because first half it kind of was 50-50, kind of could have gone to some way, shape, or form either way. In the second half, we basically put them to the sword. It should have been about 5-6-1 easily. But Neuer made some nut saves. We missed, well, I would say 40, 50, no, not 40, 50, but about 70, 80% chances to score. Like, it was a great watch. It definitely was a great watch. Fantastic watch. I'm not going to lie, as an Arsenal fan, this was the game that I was worried the most till the end of the year, right? Since the start, after the November international break. And I'm not going to lie, not worried anymore. Not worried anymore. Let's just put it that way. And at the moment, looking at the schedule, yes, we need to get past Chelsea on the weekend, but otherwise, I don't even know. I'm not gonna lie. If we keep performing like this, the world's our oyster. Let's be real. The world is our oyster. Champions League, will we win it? Who knows? I'm not gonna go into that one because still, over two games, once we get into the knockout stages, anyone can beat anyone. But overall, it was a fantastic watch. It was a great watch, to say the least. And I'm not gonna lie, in Premier League, if we get past Chelsea, I don't see reasons why we should not win pretty much every single game, with few draws, most likely in between, till the end of the year, after the Chelsea game. Chelsea game is a bit of a 50-50 for me, to some extent, but besides that, yeah, I don't see any reasons why. Champions League as well. We got past Bayern. Now we have games left against who we have to play. We have to play Inter away. We have to play Kairat at home in January. And we have also Club Brugge away, right? So technically speaking, I would say we are pretty much guaranteed to finish inside top 8 spot. So which means we're going to miss two more games. We're going to miss 2 games in the knockouts in round of 32, which is great. And it was quite fantastic. It's a fantastic feeling when an Arsenal fan, kind of, you don't have to worry about certain things, certain instances, certain situations, outcomes, and you don't have to do maths. Let's just put it that way. Because we win, we do. It's done. We win, we go through. That's it. Like, it's a fantastic feeling when you don't have to also rely on others to do your job. As long as we get the job done, it's done and dusted. So for the league group stage, at least, in Champions League, I'm not worried. About Premier League, yeah, that's a bit different story. You're going to talk a tiny bit about that as well. But for the Champions League game yesterday, wow. It was unique. I'm not going to lie, because this game, but for many people, was the game where it could have been shown what Arsenal will be all about this season, most likely. It was for that myself as well. I'm not gonna lie. It was like that for myself as well. Let's just put it that way. And we passed it with flying colors. Let's be real. We passed it with flying colors because Bayern Munich, they tried. They scored a goal. There were some panicky moments in our box, but overall, you could argue they did, well, kind of nothing. Harry Kane was not anonymous. Let's be real, and everything. So, Calafiori, big up Calafiori. Fantastic performance yesterday. Also came on as a sub. Skelly you could see that Skelly's confidence is shattered to some extent. He is not the same as a left back anymore. And I can see many reasons why Arteta will not play him if necessary, under any circumstances, as long as Calafiori is fit. I can see also that. Unless giving him some rest or something happens. I also can tell you that much. But this team is clicking. This team is fantastic. It's fantastic to watch at the moment. Martinelli scores. Fantastic. Trossard injured, that is the one big issue. I'm not gonna lie, that is the biggest issue of them all. Let's be real, because Trossard on that left wing, for me, fits better than Martinelli does. At this stage, definitely the way we want to play and how we want to go about things. But yeah, it was great. Like, genuinely great. I'm not gonna lie. It was fantastic. Arteta subbed off Bukayo Saka. For a change, he showed some balls. He took off his star boy, and it paid off. Arteta's subs were spot on. Arteta's tactics were spot on. Arteta was spot on. 10 out of 10 performance from Mikel Arteta as well. Yes, Declan Rice got man of the match for the game, but for Mikel Arteta, he is the real man of the match, because I would go as far as say that this has been one of the best, let's just say top 3 performances for Arsenal for Mikel Arteta as the manager in his 6-year tenure so far at Arsenal. It's quite insane. It's actually quite insane. But if we're looking at this way, like, teams have specific ways how they mostly hurt you, right? I mean, you have your teams that score set pieces. You have your teams that score from open play. You have teams that score with tiki-taka. You have teams that score with wing play. Different ways, shapes, and forms. But most of the teams have a distinct signature, distinct style, how they play, how they do things, and how they build, right? With Arsenal, we don't have that. We are, as Arsenal have, we like to say, players jack of all trades. Arsenal themselves are a team of jack of all trades, because we have every single weapon in the book to basically hurt the opposing team. Only thing just depends upon is whether Mikel Arteta, whether the team just sees it and can adjust and adapt to use the one that fits it the most, which is quite amazing. I'm not gonna lie, very, very amazing, and not gonna lie, couldn't be happier. Could not be happier. Declan Rice was on point. Saka got an assist in Champions League. Still, in Premier League, he has no assists since December 30th. So if he doesn't get one against Chelsea, it will be a year. But overall, yeah, Merino as well. Merino, again, did that one fantastic pass. Mikel Merino is quite interesting. He plays as a false 9 type of a role, which for Merino specifically is actually very nice. For Merino specifically, it is very, 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 very nice. I'm not gonna lie. But as a gunman to score, it's not for him, obviously. But Arteta with the team is doing the best what they can, making the best out of the worst bad situation, and it's working. It is working. You cannot knock it. It is working. So far, it's very promising. It's very hopeful. I'm very encouraged as an Arsenal fan based on yesterday's game as well. Because if we can play like this, if we can build like this, score like this, defend like this, if we basically can do this pretty much consistently and constantly every single game, about let's just say every single, because that's impossible. Let's just say 90% of the games we have still left throughout the whole season, however many we're going to get in the cups, of course. There's a big possibility we could actually do the thing. We could actually go far in cups. We could actually win something. There's definitely signs. There's definitely hints. Let's just put it that way, that we can go, and we can go all the way. The question is, will we? That's the biggest thing, because in cup games, the tricky bit is that teams prepare specifically for specific opponents. In the league, it's a bit different because, well, you have to play 38 games. Let's be real. In Champions League, you have two games. That's it, against a specific team in the groups that in knockout stages, and anyone can beat anyone. That is the biggest drawback of them all at the end of the day. But besides that, I have no issues, no problems. It was fantastic. So people, yeah, smash the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you are new around here. I'm not fully well. I'm gonna tell you that much straight on. I'm not fully well. I went live today because Arsenal won yesterday and just wanted to talk about it. I'm still undecided what I want to do, how I want to do it, what will I do. Still undecided, people. I'm very, very still undecided to this day. But yeah, So far, I'm live. Will I be live tomorrow? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow I will upload the video. I genuinely don't know. It basically it's like a coin toss, heads or tails type of situation between streaming and doing videos. I'm just gonna put it that way. But we will talk about it towards the end part of the stream a bit more. So if you wanna give your, let's just say, 2 cents for the sake of an argument, if you want to give your input, if you want to give your thoughts as I'm live, we're going to do this at the end of the stream regarding the channel, regarding the uploads, whether you like it or not, whether you want to see it or not. And if you don't, I totally understand. If you want to unsubscribe, I'm good with that and everything. So it kind of will be open discussion. Let's just put it that way. Big up, Marlon. Suck finally got an assist. Yeah, but not in Premier League, though. I can get a lineup now. Well, yeah. Big up, Wahaha. Yeah, I was live early. I was live a bit earlier than usual, 100%. Big up, Wahaha. Hope you're doing well. Big up, Hendon. Wonderful win against Bayern. Yeah, fantastic. Now to keep it going if possible. Well, I'll mean nothing if... Yeah, that's the thing. This game against Bayern should be a game that actually encourages the team, that pushes the team forward, because Bayern Munich was one of those teams that for Arsenal were basically the hump they could not get over. It was for the players in general. It was for Arsenal as a club based on the past. And it was also for Mikel Arteta because he was at the club when we got absolutely pammed by Bayern Munich. So getting over this could give us some psychological and mental relief, let's just put it that way, which actually could spur us into a situation where we just, play better. Play better, because the mental aspect, the mental weight that this win potentially can take off from our shoulders in general cannot be overlooked, because that could be a very big part of everything. Let's just put it that way. December and January is going really test the squad and manager. 10 games or so just in December. Yeah, exactly. Let's look. Wait, Arsenal's schedule right now. December, right? You said December. Let's check. I'm gonna zoom in right now. Let's check 10 or so games just in December. Let's look at this. Let's look at this quickly, because we can't. So we have Sunday. So that is November. Last game in November is against Chelsea, obviously. So December games: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 games in December. 8 games in December. Carabao Cup final, quarterfinal against Crystal Palace, and Champions League game against Club Brugge in 2 weeks. And then we have Premier League games, quite a few of them. So we'll see what is what, and we're going to see where this goes. But yeah, and then in January, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 games in January as well. So we have 15 games in 2 months. Let's just put it that way. Every 4th day on average, we have time. We have to play. So yeah, definitely this run, this December-January run is going to show what is what. We are Declan Rice injury from some serious question. Yeah, that is the biggest drawback over everything. As happy as I am that we won, as happy as I am that we are top of the Champions League and we are doing great and all this stuff, we are top of the Premier League, it's very evident that Arsenal, at least for now, can deal with Gabriel being injured, right? It's evident that Arsenal still can deal with Gyökeres being injured. The question is, how will Arsenal be able to deal with Declan Rice being injured? Because that, for me, is the biggest question mark of them all. Because there is no other player like Declan Rice, not even close in our midfield, who can do it all, right? So that, for me, still is the big question, but let's focus on the positives. Arsenal need one more Champions League win against Brugge, and then that should seal the league phase for knockout qualification. Yeah, that should seal it. Win against Brugge, Inter, Kairat at home, whatever. One of those 3 games we win, and 90% chance it seals us in top 8. And we are good to go, and we are happy chappy. Big up Fusion is not jazz. Happy Thanksgiving to anyone. I don't want to see Odegaard near the starting 11. I feel if he does start, then It will hobble the more direct attacking playstyle. That is a thing. Without Odegaard, we look more direct, we look more forward thinking, we are more attacking, we are more threatening. And if he comes back, I think it could derail the team. It could definitely disrupt this momentum, 100%. Without shadow of a doubt. Kelly's 18 years old. Yeah, he looked well rusty. Hella rusty. His confidence was shot to the bits as well, so we'll see how that's going to go. Fresh legs at the right time, and that helped turn the match. Yeah, Arteta was man of the match for me yesterday. Arteta gets 20 out of 10 for me. The team selection was ideal. The tactics were spot on. The subs were at the right time. And everything was on point. Everything was on point. Mikel Arteta yesterday, that was the case. Mikel Arteta yesterday earned his 15.6 million contract. The part of it. Let's just put it that way. Let's just say it that way. Big up Andrew. 1-1. Predicted 2-1 with a stale game, but we have been pretty impressive. Yeah, it could have been 5-6-1 easily. Neuer made some great saves, some crazy blocks. We missed a few empty nets, let's be real. Mosquera, Merino as well missed it, and everything. It was kind of wild. Bayern also played well. We just said, yeah, let's hope we do the same on Sunday. Yeah, one game at a time. Pretty much. Yep. Big up PW. Big up Peter. Hope you're doing well. Do your FPL team kind of show, even if pre-recorded? I definitely could. I could do that. I could record a video of my FPL team, but my FPL just sucks. I'm going to be honest with you. It sucks. It's useless. It's shit. And all the way, shapes, and forms. Big up, Claire. You happy that Arsenal won? You happy that we locked off Elise? Or you disappointed that Elise had a stinker of a game? Hopefully you're doing well, Claire, today. Hopefully the studies are going well. Hope you're fine, family, everything. Hopefully it's going step by step, but you're all okay. Can't wait for Odegaard to return. Well, he doesn't play for you, so we can loan him to you in January if you want to. Big up BBK, big up Tehran. Hope you're doing well today, bro. Hope you're doing well today, my guy. Happy Thanksgiving and all that. Hope you're doing well today. Hope everything's fine with you as well. And hope you're excited that Arsenal won yesterday. Come on, people. Smash those likes as well. Smash those likes. By the way, according to FPL, Trossard just has a knock and has 75% chance of playing against Chelsea. Let's check this. I'm just quickly gonna... I'm just quickly gonna look. It doesn't look bad. It more than anything, I gather that he's gonna be out for by the looks of things, he could be out for about few games. It doesn't look that bad. At least the rumors that are suggesting that. Whether it's true or not, go figure, because I'm not gonna lie, I haven't seen much about Leandro Trossard currently on social media. To be honest, I also haven't checked. I'm not gonna lie. But so far, there has been nothing on socials about extent of Trossard's injury, so I guess we have to wait and see. Big up, Sean. Big up. Can't complain much with the Arsenal. Yeah, we can't. Amazing game yesterday. Super happy. Super happy and over the moon. Amazing. Finally over the hump. I need the Odegaard Arsenal starting 11. No. None of that. I'm happy, but he didn't have a stinker. All this slander today. To be honest, that's the biggest thing. Based on the performances he pulled off in Bundesliga and he has pulled off before, compared to the game he had yesterday, it is a stinker. Overall, he didn't have a bad game, but for the level he has set himself for this season, in my opinion, yeah, it was a stinker. At least in one-off game. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, Martinelli was fantastic. Did a madness as well. Did anyone see Daumann's second goal? Yes, Daumann's second goal, that Zidane type of turn and everything, just phenomenal. 15 years old and that. Under 19s. He plays for under 19s. He cooked Bayern's defense. Just insane, to say the least. To say the least. Just wow. Yeah. Here's hoping the injury situation will get better. Need at least one more bloke back. Probably Gyökeres. Think Havertz might be back for real. Havertz apparently is going to be back mid-late December, allegedly. Allegedly, Havertz is going to be back mid-late December. So he is not going to be back for first game against Villa. From what I expect. I expect him to be back for that Wolves-Everton type, those two type of games. He might be ready. He will be ready most likely for the second game against Villa, but for the first one in a week, I don't think so. I don't see it personally. I was happy as hell. We won definitely range. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was kind of nuts. That Bayern game, like I had my doubts before Bayern game because you could argue it was most informed attack to a certain extent in Europe versus the best, if not one of the best defenses in Europe, if not the best. And we absolutely annihilated them, to say the least. Like, it was actually insane. Yeah, Munoz, 13 years old as well, came on for under 18s. That also is cannot comprehend, to be honest, to some extent. What were you doing at 13 years old? Genuinely, what were you doing at 13 years old? This guy is playing for Arsenal under 18s. Like, that is actually kind of nuts. Yeah, Estevao cooked Barca as well. Estevao was on it. Question is, will he be on it on Sunday? Will he be on it on Sunday? That is the big question right now. Will he be ready on Sunday? How he will play? Will we lock him up? Or what's going to happen there? Bro is generally looking like he's like Estevao could be the next big thing if everything falls in place. If he keeps his head down, if he keeps working hard and everything, doesn't get injured, he has his mindset properly, his head is in the right place, Estevao could become one of the next, if not the big thing in the near future. Without shadow of a doubt. One could be. Ironically enough, most of the next big things are right wingers. Yamal, Estevao, Dauman potentially. All these guys, all right wingers. How nuts is that? Even to some extent, think about it. Think about that. Most of the upcoming future talents, the one that get talked about the most, are wingers. It's kind of insane, to be honest. I'm terrified of Estevao. I'm not terrified of Estevao. If Messi has come to the Emirates and everything, like, I'm not too worried. I'm not too worried about that one. Like, if you have seen some big players against Arsenal during the time, then you are not worried about certain, let's just put it that way, midgets and youngsters coming on. Genuinely. Like, that is the big thing. That's, to some extent, some of the advantages, let's just put it that way. I can see Maresca playing a counter-attacking style against Arsenal, using Estevao pace to exploit. That could be the case. 100%. We win. It won't matter for Estevao. Yeah, if we win, it doesn't matter Estevao who at the end of the day. Agreed. Yeah, hopefully Chelsea's culture, London's culture, and the lifestyle that London requires, or pressures you into to some extent. To some people, you can look at it that way. If it's not the case, yeah, definitely. Exactly. I'd rather it be Estevao over Yamal. Yeah, Estevao is more likable in that regard. Yamal is doing some madness. I think he has bad influences behind him. And that is a very nuts thing to say when the family kind of is representing him to some extent. His family definitely is pushing him in such a weird direction that could backtrack and ruin his career to some extent. His brand, let's just put it that way, for lack of a better word. Like, yeah. To be honest, I loved yesterday as well that Arsenal fans at Emirates We're singing "Are You Tottenham in Disguise" to Bayern Munich. That was kind of a nuts one. I'm not gonna lie. That was a nuts one for me. Are you Tottenham in disguise? You don't hear that too often. Isco is injured again for Real Betis. Ah, for F's sakes, man. That is annoying. Isco is injured once again. Damn it. Need to bear in mind if both teams are knackered or not after the midweek European games, at least both played at home this week. Yeah, that is the only thing. At least both teams played home games. And for Arsenal, it's also not a far trip. Let's just put it that way compared to in comparison to travel to Stamford Bridge. So it's not that bad. Genuinely not that bad. Yeah, Araujo getting that second yellow, like, there are players who have it in them who just, I don't know whether they have a lapse of judgment or whatever, but Araujo for me at the moment is a bit of a definition of walking red card. You just never know when he's gonna get it, but he's gonna get it. And how many red cards has Araujo gotten? How many red cards has Araujo gotten overall? One, 2, 3, 4. He has gotten suspensions for 4 red cards, and he has gotten about 6 or 8 suspensions just due to too many yellow cards. Like, it's actually insane. Araujo is one of those who plays very aggressively, like a hothead to some extent, and he picks up those cards like Pokemon, basically, and that is one of the biggest issues with him as well. Yeah, Cucurella is amazing. Like, even to think about how Cucurella has grown over the years. Like, he was at Barcelona, they sold him to Getafe. They kept Balde, right? If I'm not mistaken, they sold him to Getafe. Then from Firpo. Sorry, Barcelona kept or Getafe. One of those teams kept Firpo. Barcelona kept Firpo. Sold Cucurella to Getafe to Brighton, and Brighton to Chelsea, and now look at that. It's actually kind of nuts in those terms. Yeah, but Cucurella is on a mad one. Cucurella is a very good player, to say the least. Barca and Real Madrid are kind of mid. Both of them face their issues. Even PSG fallen off. Yeah, PSG have massive injury problems as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, they didn't want to extend Donnarumma as well. They sold him. They got Chevalier. That also screwed them up. Like, they will. I think PSG is not gonna win. Obviously, not gonna win Champions League this year. And looking at Ligue 1 table, it's gonna be a tough one. Obviously, they have better squad, so over the extended period of 38 games, right? It's gonna be easier for them. Oh, sorry, 34 games. It's gonna be easier for them, but Marseille are only 2 points off, so anything can happen at the moment, at least. Calafiori was fantastic. Big up, Darren. Hope you're doing well today, my bro. EFL Cup versus... Well, the first things first, the game is at home, and I don't even know at this stage whether it's going to be at... Yeah, Glasner is a cup manager without shadow of a doubt. Glasner is a cup manager. That... without saying, wait, what is Crystal Palace's schedule looking like? Because where is this Arsenal game falling in between at the moment? Because that could be the big thing here. So Crystal Palace still nil against Strasbourg, December. It's Leeds away. Then they have Arsenal away. They are at Emirates, right? In the Carabao Cup. And then they have Spurs. Then they have quite a few London games as well. Spurs, Fulham, Arsenal. Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be as easy. As soon as Palace and Glasner know how to win a cup? Yeah, they do. That definitely goes without saying. Glasner is a cup manager. He has won it with Eintracht Frankfurt. He won it with Crystal Palace. He won it with Lask, I think it was. From Austrian second league to the first, to the high Bundesliga Austrian and everything. He knows how to win a cup, definitely. I love Timber's agility. It gets him out. Yeah, he has decent technical ability and good agility. Definitely works in his favor, definitely. I would love for Quinton Timber to sign for Arsenal. Unfortunately, I don't see it happening. Unfortunately. Want to mention yet again, MLS. Yeah, he's not. Definitely not. He's a midfielder without shadow of a doubt. But hey, it's Mikel Arteta, so go figure. Go figure. True, I messaged with Skelly heavy, but what he's doing... Yeah, it's actually insane. But yeah, you can see that Skelly hasn't played a lot. By default, Skelly first things first is not a left back, right? And even when he has to play left back this season, he doesn't play because Calafiori doesn't get injured, which means Calafiori is the main guy. And Skelly just holds the bench and he has to play when his name is called upon. And then it's up to him to prove whether he's good enough to play more or not. And unfortunately, due to the fact that he doesn't play a lot, he's rusty. He is out of practice and everything. And unfortunately, that I think is doing him over. Because last season, he played pretty much every single game starting from October, if I'm not mistaken. So definitely that played in his favor. But right now, Calafiori is staying injury-free. He's good. He's fine. And all this stuff. And even when sometimes we sub on a left back, it's not always Skelly. We sub on Hinkapie, for example. So it's going to be interesting. It's also going to be interesting to see who's going to play center back against Chelsea. It's definitely going to be more interesting. But overall, yeah, like regarding the game, there is nothing you could say was wrong. Obviously, Trossard getting injured, that's not ideal. But besides that, we almost played kind of, to some extent, somewhat perfect game. I'm not going to lie, it was somewhat perfect game, so we'll see how that is. Yeah, so we're going to see. Big up, Gary. Big up, Gary. Thank you for the message as well. Thank you for the kind words as well on WhatsApp and when you message me. Big up to you. Hope you're doing well today as well, my bro. So hopefully Thursday is treating you well. Hopefully Thursday is treating you well. Big up, Andre. Yeah, Mikel Arteta, he is man of the match for me. Mikel Arteta, for the performance yesterday, is man of the match for me. He got the 11 spot on. He got the tactics spot on. He got the subs spot on. He even took off Bukayo Saka and everything. Mikel Arteta, he is man of the match for me. Yes, Declan Rice got for the performance in Champions League, but for the overall, for me, Mikel Arteta should be getting the man of the match because he did it. He actually was spot on. And on top of all that, I would even go as far as argue that this performance against Bayern Munich is his best, if not his best, then top 3 performance as a manager he has had for Arsenal in his 6-year, almost tenure since he's been here. I would go even as far to say that. Like, it's very hard to question him. Like, obviously, if we kept a clean sheet, it would be the ideal performance, right? But we conceded, so it is what it is. But that was a cheap counter-attacking goal, so it is what it is. It is what it is. Big up, Kwaja. Big up, Kwaja. Hope you're doing well today, my bro. Smash the likes and subscribe, people, if you're... Only 6 likes, people. What the hell? Only 6 likes. Should be at 15 at least. Should be at 15 at least. Portugal wins. Yeah, we can see the cheap counter-attacking goal again when in possession. Yeah, that is what that thing we need to somehow remove. We need to be more aware because if we're not on it, because if this game, let's just say, is 0-0 or we are 1-0 up and something and it's away, it's not at home, it could go either way. It could go sideways real quick. So let's just put it that way. But yeah, Arsenal 3-1. Yeah, come on. Forest 1-0 up against Malmo. Where is this? I'm just looking. Forest against Malmo. Where is Malmo? Where is Malmo? Yeah, Forest scored against Malmo. Yates scored. Big up Yates. What else is happening? Betsy Cisco is injured again, for fuck's sake. Genk 1-0. Lyon are winning 2-0 against Maccabi Tel Aviv. Vinicius and Tolisso has scored. What else is here? Interesting games. Strasbourg still drawing against Palace 0-0. Shakhtar 1-0 up against Shamrock Rovers. That's about it. Not many goals. Yesterday's games were actually kind of nuts. Even that PSG Spurs game yesterday, that was just insane to say the least. Big win, one of our biggest wins. Not just this season, but overall throughout Mikel Arteta's time at Arsenal, definitely. Perspective that Liverpool lost hurts more. Yeah, 100%. Based on how Liverpool at the moment are performing, the way we are playing, it really bothers me that Arteta pulled a coward move at Anfield and just didn't go for it. Because that win against Liverpool could have been very massive. We could be 10 points clear at the moment by 9 points clear, by default over Chelsea right now. That one game against Liverpool really has done us over. I'm not even talking about Man City game. I'm talking about Liverpool specifically, because looking at how other teams are bopping them off the park, and Arsenal basically went to Anfield and pissed their pants and did nothing. And they had one moment on brilliance and they won. Like, that definitely bothers me still. 100%. 12 now. Damn, let's go, people. Come on. Let's do it to 15. Imagine Unai Emery winning the Europa League in Phase 4, by the way. I can see it. It's Unai Emery has won it with Sevilla 3 times in a row. He has won it with Valencia as well and everything. He has done it before. It wouldn't be surprised if he does it again. And Villa, to be honest, have all the tools to do so. Aston Villa have all the tools to do so. If last year they threw the challenge to some of the biggest teams in Europe, and in PSG, you saw what that went. Luis Enrique said himself on the hardest games again last year he had against Aston Villa, especially at Villa Park. I would not be surprised if Unai Emery wins it. Would not be surprised at all. Yeah, Sean Dyche is doing good things there. Yeah, Dyche is doing a madness. I'm so happy Madueke scored. He needs to dump the no-end product stain. Well, that's the thing with Madueke. Unfortunately, he scored that one, but he will have 5 more chances and he's going to miss all of those 5. Because if his finishing is not going to improve, if it's going to stay the same as it was at Chelsea, like, that is absolutely not it. But he scored the goal when we needed it the most. Great, fantastic cross by Calafiori. And everything put us 2-1 up. And it was all she wrote to some extent. Let's be real. Rice won player of the month, man of the match yesterday. Yes. To be honest, Arteta should have gotten it to some extent. But yeah. Sadly, Madueke scores 1. Yeah, exactly. That is the biggest thing. This was like Madueke last year for Chelsea. Scores a hat-trick and then just doesn't score for the next 10 games. Then again, he plays against Wolves. Once again, scores 2 more and does nothing again for the next 5 games. That is one of the biggest issues with Madueke. Too inconsistent. And when he has a chance, he screws it up. If he can score on constant basis and everything, consistently and constantly and all this stuff, no problems. Big up, Einer. Big up. Yeah, it was nice to see Aubameyang scoring yesterday. His first goal was damn good from a tight angle. Yeah, Aubameyang as well. 2 goals yesterday. Marseille 1-2-1 over Newcastle. I just have to ask, what the hell was Pope doing there? Pope decided that he, as a goalkeeper, is going to be faster than Aubameyang. I know that Aubameyang is like 37, 38 years old, if I'm not mistaken, at the moment, right? But he still has some blistering pace on him. 36 years old, sorry. He still has some blistering pace on him. And how, especially with defender just running pretty much next to him almost and everything, like, it was kind of insane. It was kind of insane to think of even. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. To be honest, I still haven't figured it out. I still have not figured it out. In about 5 minutes, I would say, in about 5 to 10 minutes, we're gonna talk about it again. We're gonna talk about it again, how that would go, because I need to basically discuss this, because let's be real. I stream, I talk, but you are involved. You are as big of a part of the channel as I am. Let's be real, because without you, this channel is not existing. So, yeah, I want to involve you in the discussions, but that is gonna happen in about 5-10 minutes. Let's just put it that way. Paul thought he was prime Neuer keeper. So yeah, exactly. And Neuer felt it yesterday too. Yeah, Neuer yesterday, that was absolutely nuts. What Neuer yesterday did, it wasn't just once or twice. There were quite a few times where he just, I think, might be getting too old. You know the saying, leave the football before football leaves you. To some extent, it's kind of is angled towards Neuer to a certain extent, right? It's actually kind of nuts. Neuer still can make some fantastic saves. He can still phenomenal reactions as well. But overall, like, it's not it. He even, when he slipped and he missed the ball, he even tried to hack Martinelli down with his arm. He tried to basically grab him by his leg. Martinelli did well to also avoid that. Alba scored 2 great goals. Yeah, proper striker. Exactly. Proper. Especially the first one from a tight angle and the second one as well. 2 fantastic goals. Marseille win 2-1. Job done. They grow and move on. Let's just put it that way. Like, fantastic. Oh. Give me a second, checking. Freaking hell. Okay, I'm just checking something. But yeah. Trossard a doubt for Sunday. Yeah, he is. And I think that is a big loss. That actually is a big loss. Trossard being injured is a big loss, no matter how you look at it, because he is better than Martinelli. At least in Premier League, that goes without saying, with the technical ability that Trossard possesses. Yes, the pace is not there, but the rest of it, he has better than Martinelli. And him being injured, being a doubt, it is a bit of a worry. But with Odegaard coming back, don't be surprised that we're going to see Odegaard in the 10 and Eze on the left wing. Don't forget that one as well. Don't forget this one as well. Also, I just wanted to, big up Jack Porter as well for the save against Bayern. Let them roast. Let them roast. Genuinely, let them roast. Let's just put it that way. Yeah, exactly. Let them roast. They did that with Havertz as well. To be honest, we did the same thing as Arsenal fans, but it's a bit different story. But overall, yeah, let them roast. Like, it's actually insane. Martinelli, Merino, Saka could be the front three if Gyökeres is another doubt again. Could be. Could definitely be, but don't forget that again. Don't forget again that we could see Eze on the left if Odegaard plays. Big up, Godfrey. Big up, Godfrey. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, Chelsea never sell their good players. 100%. Trossard injury is unfortunate. I would say we could try Saka on the left instead of... I like Rafinha at Barca. I see it. I can see that. But Saka wants to cut in, and that will not work for his style and the way Arteta wants to play football. It was great win. Yes, the hope momentum continues. Yeah, 100%. 100%. Although, I'm not going to lie, Arsenal, the videos that have been surfaced on the social media, right, where Arsenal train, there have been quite a few training sessions, quite a few training drills played out where Saka plays as a left winger and Madueke plays on the right. There have been 100%. Odegaard plays the advantage Chelsea. True. Play Vanieri for Trossard. Could be the case. 100%. Saka, yeah, he has decent right foot, but left foot is his strong foot. no matter how you look at it. Unless you're genuinely like ambidextrous or whatever foot is or whatever it's called. I genuinely forgot the name on top of my head. The strong foot always going to be the strong foot, isn't it? Yeah, but Wake on the right would not be what? I hope Odegaard stays on the bench. Same. With Eze, we look much better in the attack. We are looking much forward thinking and much more direct. And that even goes without Gyökeres up top, ironically enough. So definitely there are many arguments to be made that Eze should stay in the 10. But there is also a big possibility that we could see Eze on the left and Odegaard in the 10 very, 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 very soon. That is the thing. We will never see a two-foot player like Carroll? I think you mean Cazorla. Genuinely, I think you mean Cazorla. Yeah. The two-footed players are very rare breed these days, like Cazorla. Even Ousmane Dembele is two-footed. To the maximum extent, he shoots with one leg and takes penalties with the other. He crosses with either or and all this stuff. There are not many both-footed players. Very rarely you see those. That is a big advantage no matter how you look at it, right? But these days, yeah, it's a very big rarity, to say the least. Yeah, Cazorla. Exactly. Bro, all these guys need game time. This is not the game for that, though. Eze in the 10 might still left for Sunday. Most likely, if Trossard is not ready, most likely it will be Martinelli left. Kind of has to be because we have no other options unless Trossard is fit. Let's just put it that way. If Trossard is fit, play him there, right? Then again, we have still Ranieri who can play there. We could try him. Unless Arteta wants to swap wings, put Saka on the left and then put someone Madueke on the right. Go figure. Surely he won't move Eze out of the 10 when he's playing so well, right? Well, you say that, right? But Arteta has benched Trossard before when he was putting in man of the match, player of the month performances. He has done the same with Emil Smith-Rowe and everything. To be honest, he has done it with Skelly to some extent because Skelly was phenomenal last year and he doesn't see the pitch pretty much at all this year. Like, let's be real. It has happened before. Would not be a surprise as well. Would not be a surprise. But based on the current situation, how we are playing and the results and the outcomes and everything, surely he cannot drop him. You would expect him not dropping him 100%. Who plays center back with Saliba? Hincapié. I would say Hincapié for the Chelsea game because we need a bit more that type of defender against them, I would imagine. So I would give advantage Hincapié in that regard. Plus Mosquera started Champions League game, so I don't see a reason why Hincapié would not start the game against Chelsea, especially since he's not injured. Should be okay. Since he's not injured, should be okay. Yeah, he can. He can, but he won't. Let's just put it that way. He can, but he won't. Yeah, they will rotate. Let's be real. Let's give Arteta some credit there. Well, I have done it. I have done this the whole stream. Don't listen to Marlon. He just agenda hates Arteta. That's a different story. But I have been giving Arteta credit the whole stream. For me, Arteta yesterday was man of the match. Declan Rice got for the game in that regard. For the whole thing, Arteta gets man of the match. 11 was spot on. The style, the system, the tactics were spot on. Substitutions were spot on at the right time. Everything was spot on. Even took off Bukayo Saka. For me, Arteta got man of the match. He's 10 out of 10 yesterday. This game yesterday. If he can manage games like this, if he can do games like this constantly, this is why he would be. This is why we could say he can earn this type of money, especially if he wins something. Yesterday's game, the way he managed it and the way things went, managers like that should be getting 15.6 million, not Mikel Arteta at this current stage when he's winning nothing. Hincapié more aggressive. Exactly. Hincapié is more aggressive, and that's why I would not mind him starting against Chelsea 100%. Yeah, Hincapié, Saliba for Chelsea. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, yeah, he prefer Hincapié. So yeah, Saka can play in training sessions. There are videos on Twitter and on YouTube that Saka trains as a left winger, Madueke as a right winger. They're running drills in the attacking three and everything. Wouldn't be the first time. When Sunday game comes, you forget about. To be honest, starting tomorrow, we can forget about Bayern, even because already tomorrow the leagues are back in action. Obviously, on Saturday the first games are happening, but overall, yeah, without shadow of a doubt. Prediction 1-2. I think it's gonna be 4-1 Arsenal. I think it's gonna be 4-1 Arsenal. I think Skelly is bare of the bench right now. Could have gone with Hincapié instead of yeah. Obviously, yeah. 100%. Yeah. Hincapié just like in North London Derby. Yeah, 100%. Nottingham Forest 2-0 up against Malmo. Kalimuendo has scored. Yates has an assist as well. Nice. Big up Royston. Arteta out. Well, to be honest, Arteta out until he wins something. And if he doesn't win anything this season, yeah, just bin him. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. But you have to give where credit is due. Yesterday's performance from Mikel Arteta and the whole team, 10 out of 10. In an ideal scenario, we would have kept a clean sheet, but hey, we digress. Beggars can be choosers to some extent. We all were worried about the Bayern game to some extent. To what extent, that depends on the person, but we were worried that Bayern game should make Arteta realize he should utilize Kelly more in the midfield. For me, his days at left back are done. Should be. Definitely should be. But hey, Saka has been switching sides, yeah, as well. And I've been saying this for the last 3 years. Arteta should be doing that. Do what De La Fuente does. Swaps Yamal with Torres or whatever, whoever plays with Oyarzabal on the wings. Just swaps them around, throws a curveball at the opposing side. Arteta is learning. Unfortunately, too slow. To make the wingers more efficient, versatile, the swapping out. Arsenal 3-1 Chelsea this week. And see, Sean as well is saying 3-1. I'm saying 4-1 Arsenal, but last time I said 4-1 Arsenal, we drew against Sunderland 2-2, so I'm not too sure can I be this confident before a Chelsea game. I wonder what Marlon thinks about. No, it's Marlon. He's always on crack. So what did you expect? Not today. Chelsea preview is gonna happen at some point. Whether tomorrow or day after tomorrow, there will be a Chelsea preview. But at the moment, I'm not gonna say that when we're gonna do the preview show or preview video is gonna come out, there is going to be a 4-1 prediction. At the moment, I'm swaying towards 4-1. But time will tell. At the moment, I'm not going to... That's my overall prediction. But it's going to change. I'm telling you this right now. It is going to change. But based on how we are playing and how we are doing things, how we can lock up, how we can exploit certain gaps, I would say 4-1 is definitely not out of reach. Definitely not. I'm not doing Chelsea predictions right now as well, by the way. I just randomly said 4-1. I can see it happening. Why not? Everything's possible. Everyone's talking about, well, why such a prediction? How comes you're saying such a big result? But it's football. It genuinely is football. Like, let's be real. Nobody predicted that we're going to beat 5-0 them 2 years ago. Nobody predicted that. Like, for example, nobody can predict anything. That's why it is a prediction. But at the moment, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, 4-1 would be crazy. Yeah. Would a Madueke goal against Chelsea would be fantastic. 2 years ago, we had Havertz's goal against Chelsea. That was phenomenal. We now need that now Madueke goal against Chelsea. Maybe Kepa goal against Chelsea as well. I know it's early, but any thoughts on needs on January? Left wing, left back, midfielder, another one. Also, technically, in my opinion, we need 3 players still. But hey. Yeah, we are definitely are winning. Yeah. Yeah, basically. You could argue we need a proper backup number 9 as well, right? Technically, you could say we need a backup number 9, right, as well. But by the time January window comes, Jesus and Havertz are going to be back. So we are not going to go and sign one, are we? Unless we sell them both, which is impossible. So, yeah. But overall, would love a proper striker backup. I might ban Marlon for a tiny bit. Genuinely. It's not going to be a draw. We're going to win. It's going to be a win. Big up, Richard. Big up. I'll take a win. Semenyo. We are not going for Semenyo. It's going to be Liverpool or City or United, one of those. Yeah, we are not going for Semenyo. The thing is, though, the more silent Arsenal are on certain players that sometimes are getting linked, the bigger chance you're going to sign them. Because Arsenal, in this instance, in transfer windows, are like Fort Knox. They are genuinely silent, and all of a sudden, bang. They try to keep cards close to their chest, so they're definitely going to say. They conceded 3 against Bayern. But while people are so getting their pants in a twist when I say 4-1, why are people so annoyed? Why are people such, I don't know what. It's my opinion. Don't like it, bugger off at the end of the day. But overall, yeah, I'm instantly. I said at the moment, if we were playing, if we can play like this, it would be 4-1. It would be 4-1. So what? It's my prediction, my opinion. But I'm not gonna. I'm already telling you this now. When I'm gonna do prediction video or stream for Chelsea versus Arsenal, I'm not gonna say we're gonna win 4-1 without shadow of a doubt. I already know that. That's the biggest thing. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. It just goes all way. It just goes all. It goes all ways, shapes, and forms. Marlon, you should be the last one to speak on this stuff, given that you prefer Kivior over Saliba. First of all, I mean, at the moment, Chelsea is the only team that worries me for the league. Yeah, at the moment, for me, if we beat Chelsea on Sunday, bigger chances than not that we can go undefeated till the end of the year. There is a big possibility of that in Premier League, at least. You're just exactly. Tell me where I have been cocky. Where? Over the last 2 years, over a year and a half, where I have been cocky. Where? The fact that I said 4-1? Or what? Your turtle dumbass teenage mutant ninja Mbappe scored 3 or 4 goals. 4 goals yesterday. That's why you're so hyped again. I love how people, when you predict the result, right? Oh, it cannot be true. It's impossible. It's not the same team we played against last year. Well, we are not the same team we were last year. How comes you take only the other team into equation, but you don't take our team into equation? How does that even work? I don't play football. I just put it that way. Oh, you are not gonna live this down. You're gonna get held accountable for that till the last day I stream or do videos or whatever I do on this channel whenever. Big up, Mubarak. Big up, big up, big up, big up. Exactly. But yeah, at the end of the day, yeah. But I'm gonna sway away from this all Arsenal and all this stuff talk. I just wanted to talk about more about addressing yesterday's video. I would assume most of you have seen it. I would assume most of you have seen yesterday's video, right? So yeah, I still don't know. I genuinely don't know whether I will stream again, whether I will do videos. I still literally have zero ideas and clues at the moment. Because no matter how I look at it, I gain something and I lose something. At the end of the day. Yeah, basically, that for me is the biggest thing. Streaming, right, is fantastic. I love it. At the end of the day, I love it, right? I stream for about 70 to 80 minutes a day. Well, let's just say 65 to 80 minutes a day, right? Every evening, 8 p.m. UK time, I'm here, I'm live, I'm blabbing about Arsenal, right? At the end of the day. And I can cover quite a bit. There's no argument about that. I can cover quite a bit, to say the least, right? I can chat with you guys. It is fantastic. It is great. I love it. At the same time, in that same time frame, I can make about 3, maybe 4 videos, depending on how much I have prepared video planning in advance. As you can see, I have loads of this stuff. I always have stuff written down and everything. So yeah, it depends, and I can cover myself for the next 2-3 days, right? To that extent, I can make some videos in general. And I can make some for future, just in case I cannot stream or I don't upload videos and all this stuff going forwards and onwards, right? So at the end of the day, to some extent, it also makes a lot of sense to start uploading videos, because this channel in general has been built on videos. It hasn't been built on streaming. It's been built on videos. First 200 to 300 subscribers, something like that, were from videos alone, not streams, but videos alone. And yeah, I've been sitting here. I've been putting my thoughts, my plans for the future regarding the channel on a paper and everything, and it's quite close. It's like I'm weighing out pros and cons and everything, and it's very close. But I cannot help but notice that there are quite a bit of advantages in general regarding videos. At the same time, I can do both. I genuinely can do both. And what I mean by that is basically I can upload videos, but I can also stream, right? But stream, for example, more rarely. Let's just put it that way. Maybe stream 2-3 times a week and upload about 4 to 5 videos a week as well. Let's just put it that way. I can make videos, let's just say upload it for 3-4 days, and I can stream for 2-3 days, right? And I can also fill in some extra gaps or in some morning uploads in general just by doing videos. Because I have come to a very big conclusion that as much as having people on the channel, and everything going on other people's channels is fun, it's great, it's fantastic. It's very hard for me to do so just because of time restrictions and not having the ability to basically schedule streams during daytime because I work, I have family, I have other stuff to take care of, and that will always and always come first unless this would have been my job. And it's not, it's just a hobby, it's just what's its face, it's just a way I can disconnect from the world and just be myself, because in life I don't know anyone who likes football and who likes sports. Let's just put it that way. And at the end of the day, I was sitting there and I was thinking and weighing out these instances and weighing out the uploads. I was even thinking about schedules, right? And to some extent, it made quite a bit of sense to make, maybe, let's just say I stream for 3 days, right? And the one day I should be streaming, I upload a video and I cover the rest of the days like that, which means I technically, by that design, unless there are some urgent news, by the way, right? Unless there's some urgent news, urgent matters regarding some breaking news about Arsenal and stuff like that, I actually can have some days off. Because let's be real, if I record, let's just say, 4 videos on Sunday regarding different topics surrounding Arsenal, right? Player discussions, predictions, whatever, right? That's 4 days covered. I stream for 3 days. For example, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or something like that. Or maybe Sunday after Arsenal's game. Maybe that's one of the days when Arsenal play, I stream in the evening, right? In the days I have gaps between streaming, I upload videos. And I obviously will mostly have about 1-2 videos left over, just in case. And I can upload those during the day, or sometimes when I get sick, I don't feel up to streaming or up to genuinely doing videos. I'm just thinking about this all over the place. And the issue with that is January is coming up. And you just know that I'm going to do transfer shows every day. That is also the case. Take a breather, get yourself, see if you want to continue. I hope to continue, but it's good to have. No, the breather is more, it's not as much as about being burnt out, more about the fact that streaming is coming insufficient for me. Because people always say, oh, have people on, stream in landscape and portrait format and all this crap. Why don't you go on channels? Because I can't. And people don't have time to come on my channel. So at the end of the day, in some ways, shapes, and forms, I cannot force myself to go on somebody's channel and not coming him on mine, because at some points people want to come on my channel, but I cannot adjust my schedule to fit their schedule. And so hence why I have had numerous opportunities to go on specific channels and talk to and have other people come on my channel, and I just have not been able to do it. I just put it that way. I'm gonna ban you, Manju. Seriously, it's not a joke at the end of the day, because making videos, streams is the only thing that sometimes during the week and everything just keeps me sane, especially after work. Even uploaded one, not knowing any algorithm whatsoever. No, I think makes video on stream. Let's see how that goes. But I do agree with Hendo. To be honest, about draining, it's not as much about being drained, because genuinely, I've been streaming and uploading videos for over a year and a half straight. Like about 500, nearly 500 days, and I have done 600 plus uploads. So I basically upload more, on average, more than 1 video stream per day. And that doesn't include shorts as well. Work out a suitable mixture that ties into the time you have to devote to this. It's not about yeah, that is also the case, because when I record videos, I can record videos in HD as well, 1080p, 60 FPS, and all this stuff. I have also high quality recording stuff and everything, so that definitely would play into that. Oh no, I'm not doing that. It's gonna be football channel. Chad Dodgy said this morning that Arsenal should go for the League Cup and get boys even more motivated and agree. Yeah, true. Is there a Latvian Arsenal? No idea. Haven't seen one. Haven't heard anything of one. None. None whatsoever. I don't even know people who watch football in real life, by the way. And that includes World Cups and Euros, by the way. Not just international, not just clubs. I mean about the big games. Let's just put it that way. Hence why, yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to figure this out, whether I stream for a few days and everything. Maybe I can stream, let's just say, schedule definitely a stream for the day when Arsenal play. So at 8 p.m. I can stream that day. And maybe upload about 5-6 videos a week and do 2-3 streams. So that basically becomes 7, 8, 9 even uploads a week overall. If I put in maybe... It was about midlife crisis comments. Relax, right? It's not my fault you're turning 90 and your walking stick is crumbling. But yeah. Basketball and hockey. Basketball and hockey. Ironically enough, I was thinking about doing channel on basketball and or hockey. It's not as big as everywhere else. We are like 140th in the FIFA World Rankings. For us, the two big team sports are basketball and hockey. By a mile as well. I just put it that way. But yeah, people. I think on that note, I'm going to end today's stream. Let's see what tomorrow brings, whether I'm going to stream tomorrow, whether there is going to be a video tomorrow. The thing is, if tomorrow at 8 p.m. I am not live, it means I am uploading a video. Just putting it out now. If tomorrow I could, but that messes up YouTube algorithm because YouTube categorizes your channels like sports, then football, basketball, and all this stuff. And I used to have a channel with over 1,000 subscribers or 1,500 subscribers almost. And whenever I did about the topic I had my channel about, I got hundreds, thousands of views. But as soon as I made a video, something separate from it, I almost got no views. It's really category based to many extents. YouTube definitely categorizes that from what I have seen from the algorithms and understand from that. Big up. 8 away. Yeah, still 8 away. We are almost there. I have no idea. I'm definitely not going to look it up right now, but at the end of the day, I don't know. You could probably do those on this channel too. You're already... Yeah, true. But the thing is, I could have a mix of people, right? But at the same time, it's one thing when I rather have 1,000 subscribers who are Arsenal fans or football fans rather than I have 1,000 subscribers, right? And half of them don't give a fuck about football. Other half don't give a fuck about basketball, for example, right? I rather have my community engaged into content I do. Let's just put it that way. But yeah, I'm going to be signing off. Have a nice evening. And I'm telling you this again. If tomorrow I am not live at 8 p.m., there is going to be a video later on. Maybe 9 p.m., right? There is going to be a video. And from that point forwards, I will see what's going to develop, basically, when I'm going to stream, when I'm going to upload, potentially. I haven't decided yet, but that I am thinking about that. But yeah, for today, I'm signing off. So have a great evening. Have a great day tomorrow. Enjoy Friday. And hopefully going to see you soon. Peace.